I guess there'll always be things here that you might catch the second or third time watching, so I don't need to worry about rushing this. There is just one thing I want to do, which is to get a book and quill. But I can't get one here because for some reason squids don't spawn in this area. So I'm going to a previous area about 10,000 blocks away. Yeah, I'll just let this load. I'm getting some lava. I don't feel comfortable with all this lava so easily, so close. I wonder, does this still work now? Yeah. That's fine. could be a bit more accurate with this. These controls. Okay, I got the lava. Oh, how exciting. Narration. Let's go. Wait. I can't do this. It's water I need, not lava. What I'm going to do is I'm going into the nether to build a portal. Like, this is where I'll end up in the nether. I want to build a portal to take me back to roughly around 0. And so I'll have to go to around 0 here. Of course, it's much further in the overworld. I think I'm facing the right direction. I think it's this way. Yes, it's this way. But I need water in the nether regions, not lava, to get... I suppose I'll just use a diamond pickaxe. Or I'll store the lava. Yeah, I'll store the lava, it's a better idea. Just tuck it away somewhere out of sight. Am I using the lowest quality possible? Yes. This is rather disingenuous. I should probably do something more interesting with this lava. Yeah, I think I'm going to actually mine it into obsidian. It'll save me trouble later. So I need a diamond pickaxe. Huh? Hey, what happened to that? Aw, got the weirdest deja vu. I feel like I've done this before, it's strange. This is a strange way of talking. Hello, possible other people, but mostly probably just myself. How you doing? Check it out, I'm playing Minecraft. I like this close-up sort of way of playing with the field of view as 30 degrees because it's more... I don't know, you can see the details. And of course it's Minecraft, and the details are quite bland, you might say, but they're still quite... They never fail me. It's usually me who's rather inefficient. Sometimes you'd be mining in just, you know, like a 2x2 stretch or 1x2x1 stretch of a path through just rock, and and sometimes you'd make interesting. You just like go in another direction, and don't change the direction, and just keep breaking rocks. And it's Minecraft rocks, of course, but that sort of carves an interesting path, I guess. You can look at the actual. I want to say striations, but I don't think that's the right word. I don't know the word. Jagged, a collection of jagged paths that sort of encircle, but don't really encircle. No. There's definitely a word for it. I'm not going to pause the video, look up in the dictionary what the word is. I'm just going to say there is a word for it, look it up yourself. But you don't know what I'm talking about unless I explain. But you probably do know what I'm talking about. I just haven't pinpointed the notion. But I'm not saying what I'm doing, I'm saying other things. I just lit a fire. Because I like a little fireplace, the aesthetic. Okay, doing a bit of farming. This is procrastination. I should probably get started on my obsidian shortcut portal. But I hate to see all this all this good bread go to waste. I must tend to my official duties. Yes, this can be done faster. Whoa, going intense speeds. Let's see, can I plant some carrots? It's like a little mini game inside Minecraft, really. Yep, Minecraft is full of different levels of activity. Hats off to Microsoft and Mojang and everybody who's working with it, I guess. It's a good attitude. As opposed to, oh, it's just Minecraft, it's not the real world. But in the real world, the main difference, which I'm not going to just randomly pretend like I know, but the main difference between Minecraft and the real world is that when you're moving things in Minecraft, they don't actually provide, they're not that resistant to movement, or to, they don't object with force if you try to pick things up and put things down, which is nice, I guess. But like if you're playing in the real world with blocks of sand, you do have to sort of pick them up. So, you know, the noises in the real world that you'd make would be more than just at death. It'd be at moving buckets of sand. And even picking up one of these blocks would probably take a long time. A bit of preparation, at least. I mean, you wouldn't just like bang it with a pickaxe and have it suddenly turn into a miniature that rotates, hovering above the ground, and at which point you walk up to it, hear it, and have it added to your inventory. Did you know that Minecraft is different to the real world? Okay, so that's the farming situation complete. Now I better build this portal already. Do I have enough obsidian? 8. 2, 2, 2, 2. Yes. No, wait. 2. No, 3, 3, 2, 2. No, I need 2 more. So I guess if this video is going on YouTube, that means people all over the world can see it. So if you're in Japan or somewhere else, hats off to you. Only 2 buckets. Well, yeah, because I put the other one. Well, that's okay, because I only need 2 quantities of lava. Just save this water here. I've been here already. There's some. I suppose I'll collect some bones while I'm at it. I'm sorry if this intimate close-up view is a little if it makes people seasick or something. What's the word? If it's... Maybe there's a word for it. There is a word for it. The feeling of movement that is slightly too fast for feelings of comfort. I wonder did that water fully fill that gap that I left when I used the lava bucket. So I'm going to check. Or was there any gaps? No, it's totally replenished. So do the same. And then I'm going to build a portal. As fast and as efficiently as I possibly can. And that's it. That's just all I'm going to do. But it's not all that's going to happen. Because I'll be passing through blocks. Passing by blocks. Okay, let's go. Oh, is there anything I want to bring? Put the map. Nah. Yes. No. No, I won't bring the map. Let's see. Any of these things, any... Yes, well, look at all this stuff. It's loads of stuff. No. I don't think I need any of this. Let's just do it. I mean, I'm pretty set in my ways. I don't think there's anything. Let me just quickly have a look. See, I really want to write a book in Minecraft. I suppose I have a few spare these, so I don't need all of them. Yes. Maybe just take a quick nap. The thing about this world, he says to himself as he drifts to sleep and wakes up quickly, is that the mobs seem to be missing in my version of Minecraft since I think a couple of years ago, I built a mod. I put a mod. What the I put a mod in Minecraft. And it gave a load of cheats. but I didn't actually. I didn't manage to. I didn't do anything else. I got rid of the mods and the cheats, which I think gave. Bang. Which gave. The cheats. Let me go into this house first, because I'm here talking and I'm going through all of this space, and it's a little distracting. Like, look where I am. This is what I'm saying, and what is visible is totally different. So I'm going to just go downstairs into this little hut that I have here and sit gently beside this pumpkin and explain what's going on. I was at. Let's see, what mod did I have? I think I had mods. Well, I got. There's a few basic mods that were interesting, such as all items. I think it was any item, you could get any item, and a mod that gave you a map of everywhere. Just use cool mods like that, and after that, I put loads of things everywhere. I put like dragons' heads all around this place. I put too many emeralds in a box, and I built a glass house in the desert that had like many extremely top-notch items, but they they remained after I removed the mod. I decided to stay with just survival and not use the mod because it's more exciting for me on this game with this level on survival. But after a while, it wasn't immediately after, but after some time and switching a few computers and switching a few saves, the mod just did something, and after a few updates as well, suddenly there's just no more mobs. So I can't fight wild zombies or wild spiders or wild creepers anymore. And it's really weird, because I really want to fight them now. I want just loads of them all over the place. And for me to have to defend myself here. For example, there's a blaze spawner. Yes, that's why this hut was built. And it's just down this path. This crooked path. And it's actually kind of hard to beat them. I just remembered, yes, it is hard to beat them. I don't have a bow and arrow, so I don't feel confident, but I'll try and beat one. No, I don't feel confident. Ah! Ah! No, it's too scary. I'm not going to do it. Yeah, I don't know how to beat them without a bow and arrow. I mean, I could try, but I'd rather just survive. Which is the point. The point of survival is to try and survive. So, what am I doing here? Yes, I am going to build a portal. 1,000 blocks from here. And hopefully that will take me directly to my original spawning location, which is where a lot of things that I've built over the last few years are, but more importantly, which is where the book and quill materials are, namely the oh, what am I going back in there for? That's not what I'm trying to do. It's just force of habit. Okay. I want to find out where I am, but I'm not sure if I want to. There's no other way of finding out north, south, east, and west without using the F3 info drop-down kind of see-through word menu. No, it's not even. What am I saying? Without seeing the uh, GUI that gives the data. Is there in the Nether? Is there nothing that can? I mean, probably maybe something about these structures. Uh, maybe they point in a certain direction. I don't know. Well, I'm gonna do it anyway. No, how would I know? I suppose I could build. I mean, if I didn't know and if I had to figure it out, I would just go one head. I would go about 100 or 200 blocks in one direction, build a portal, come out of it, search for my original place in the overworld, and then discern the direction that was, and then presume that the rest of Minecraft works that way. Because all I know is that distances in the Nether uh, correspond to distances many times greater in the overworld. I think it's like 8 times, but maybe it's 10 times. I don't know. I think I remember going up this way before. Yes. And this is the negative. Oh, wait. You can see it on the. No. For some reason, there's a crosshair instead of a rotating XYZ. XYZ. So which way is northwest? Okay, let's just find out. I'm just gonna. No! I want to do it the long way. I want to do it the hard way. I want to do it the proper way. Okay. So, where am I? Oh dear. Okay. Let's just find the portal. Okay, right. I'm just gonna go in one direction. You saw the map earlier. You know this is an island. If I go in one direction, where's the portal gonna be? But then I'll just have to collect more obsidian. Decisions. I suppose to spare the viewer, I'm going to do it the quick way. No, I'm going to do it the long way. And only the most patient of viewers will get to see the results. Haha, how exciting. But why would you do that, you say? Why would you put yourself through a long series of actions that are almost entirely predetermined? But are they predetermined? I mean, the way I do it is different, right? It's not a simple matter of just algorithmically going north. I mean, I'm free to go slightly inefficiently, but I should try to go in the most efficient way, I guess. I mean, I could, and by doing so, I might learn something. Ooh, look, what's this? Yeah, I don't know how safe this place is. Okay. This was some distance in that direction, so we'll see where the portal comes out, and then afterwards maybe I'll destroy the portal and take the obsidian from there. That seems practical. Okay. And I have flint and steel. Ah! Oh, that doesn't work. Nope. Alright then. Actually, I'll get twice as much obsidian because there'll be... No, I won't, because mining one destroys the other. Ah. Wait, I can destroy the portal now. How am I going to get back up there? I'm trying to double jump this. Yes. So will it destroy it here? Oh, well, yeah, obviously I'll destroy it here. I can't destroy it in the nether. Or I won't find out where it takes you. I think I'll actually make a profit in terms of obsidian. I'll get 12 blocks out of this. $14 blocks. Yeah, it's a lot of blocks. As an old wise person once said, that's a lot of blocks. Here comes the rain. Huh? Where's the rain? Do you not see rain directly above you? I'm going to leave this last one here as a relic. Right, now let's find the base. Well, let's find the boat. I better not stray too far though, because if I circle back, I won't really know where, like which direction the portal was taken on the overworld. I need to approach my base in more or less a straight line. I should leave some more markers then. I think this is a closed lake, closed off from the ocean. Actually, I have no idea where I am. Some forest. This isn't working. I'm gonna have to go on foot. Also, I seem to have slightly lost my place. Oh well. I know roughly where it is. Like roughly a lake, basically. The lake itself is a landmark. Okay. What is this? It seems to be new land because it's only sort of generating now, which indicates that I haven't been here before, which indicates always the slight possibility of mobs reappearing when it gets dark. Because I don't know, like, it could just be because I introduced the mod over certain locations, and those locations only, it could be that those are the only locations that actually don't have mobs anymore, and some new areas following new updates possibly do. I really don't know how this works, but it does work. Okay, so I'm going in this direction. I gotta kind of remember. Wait a minute. If I'm going... You saw the map. The whole island's explored. If this is new area, then it's not the same island. Is it? What's this? Is this a familiar item? Nope. It's just part of it. Okay. I think this is just entirely new land. So, maybe then, if I was to check the F3 position reference thing, look, then it will say that I'm on an even higher distance in the X direction, because this is unexplored territory, and I reached the X through from 0. But this is all new. I don't even remember which way I went now. I'm just trying to find water for some reason. But I don't know why I would try to find water. This is all new territory, which means I'm going in the wrong direction. So I better go back. Oh dear. I wonder if I built a portal now, where would it take me in the nether? Further away. But not too far away. It's amazing, I only went a short distance in the nether, like less than 100 blocks, or around 100 blocks. And I'm already so far away from my regular abode. It's possible that this isn't a new area. I just realised I'm playing on a different computer today. So maybe it's just all reloading again from scratch, even though it's not a new area. In which case, this could be the same island. So I might not be that far away. And I could probably literally go in any direction and find some familiar landmark. Those are some big trees. Ah, a desert. Oh, a bunny. Okay, I remember trying to lead somebody. I think I'm near a desert village. If I follow this coastline a bit, I think I'll find a village. So, wait, yes. So I think I know where I am now. I think there's a village up here. I could be completely wrong. I'm probably completely wrong. I'll just follow this coastline anyway. Of course, I could just not follow it either. Ooh, this is a pretty significant block. Well, lava. Only 2 buckets. Okay. Well, that's a place that you can still build a portal, even if you've only got 2 buckets. I'm going to do that. As quickly and efficiently as I can. What? Okay. for some reason it just disappeared. Oh no, it turned a lot of lava into... Oh, I didn't think that one through. Oh no, I turned it into water. I guess if you click on... if you add the water directly to the lava, it turns the lava into water. Which is not what you want. Which is not what I want. What you want, I have no idea what you want, whoever you are. Unless it's my future self, in which case I have a better idea. Oh no, it disappeared again. Alright. Oh. Okay. I don't think this is the most efficient way, actually. I would have been better off digging it first. Yes. I should have dug I should have just dug. But, yeah. The reason I should have dug is because it's slightly easier to move around avoiding a hole than it is to move around avoiding falling from something the same area as a hole but elevated. Also, the water is slowing me down tremendously. Every time I apply it, it slows me down. Okay. Got stairs here. Oh. There are probably people out there who can, like, parkour with a huge amount of skill in Minecraft. I think 2 buckets would have been a better idea here. But it makes no difference. I'll use the water to my advantage to speed me up in my travel down. Oh my god! Don't fall in the lava. Okay. Yes, I don't even need to use the water. There's already one there. So, Hello, future self. Since I'm recording, I might as well say something, if I can, of the present or the future. On video. So, as I enter the last stage of completion of this, I'm just gonna quickly turn everything to lava here. Turn everything obsidian, but capture a piece of lava before it all turns to obsidian. Yes! See that? That was skill. Oh no! It just disappeared. What's that keep happening? Oh, luckily there's just this one last piece of lava. Alright. So it's another portal basically. Why am I building another portal here? I mean, I should just go back to the base, right? I'm trying to get a book and quill. Alright, I'll just like light the portal and then go on. Because I'm trying to make a book and quill. I don't really have need for a portal. So I just build a portal in the middle of nowhere. Which is a little worrying actually, because if I try again, and which I'll have to, if I can't find my base and remember which direction I came from, then I might actually be transferred to that portal. Which would still give me a good indication of which direction I was in when I went. If I go in the same direction that I went the last time, because this is the journey back from there. But it's probably it won't be the case, because I'm not going to repeat the same. I mean, I'm not going to do the same thing to get information about which direction is home in the nether. Okay. So just like going in this direction. Right, maybe I'll put a light or something there so that I. Oh, which direction am I in now? Was it here? Well, if I can't find the crafting table, then I probably can't find. I wouldn't probably be able to find a light. Probably wouldn't be able to find a light. Jeez, my English is dreadful. Look at all these cubes. So many cubes. Somewhere along this coastline is the crafting table. Just find it. Whoa. Controls on this boat is so difficult. Yes, there it is. Okay. I'll just put a light there to make it slightly easier to find. And go in the other direction. But you can't turn around 360 degrees on this boat. So I'm going to have to rely on the water blocks. Now I'm trying to go, let's see now. Trying to find 90 degrees. So it's 90 degrees there, and then that's 180. So this is the direction I'm going in now. Try and press. Which way is the boat facing? Ah, okay, so try and turn the boat. Yes, okay. Let's go. That's the right direction. Oh, and it's just the end of the lake. Well, that was an exciting boat ride. Now, to get to the base, if this is the right direction, which it might not be. This is a fairly poor way of finding out which direction I'm going in. Also, I'm low on food, better eat. Now, I think it's kind of cool that they added a thing where you can break a like bush and it turns into 2 sticks. That's pretty cool. It's probably the lowest value item. No, the lowest. What is the lowest value item in Minecraft? The cheapest. Would an air block count as a low value item? Since anytime you destroy a block, it is replaced by one. I suppose it would be. I mean, if somebody tried to sell me, like if a villager offered, air blocks, like 20 or 18 air blocks in exchange for an emerald, I wouldn't buy it. I probably would. Imagine you actually could get air blocks in, like, what would you do with them? What would you do with air blocks? A block that, when placed, is air. Well, you'd go down to the bedrock and you'd place it on the... But what if it could only be placed on things? But then it would just be the air blocks themselves. I mean, to place something, you could only place it underwater. And I think in most places underwater, unless you're facing a block that is covered by 5 faces, with other actual material blocks, you're going to just that otherwise it's going to be filled with the water, I think. Maybe I haven't got that right. Maybe it can be filled. Oh no, yes, not from below. It can't be filled from below. From above, but not from below. So 4 faces then. Oh well, here we are at the edge of the island. And I've got no idea where I am. Well, this has been an exciting adventure. I have just failed miserably in my endeavour. I suppose I could just, at this stage, just look at where I am by simply pressing F3, but I refuse to do it. I want to find out where I am by traipsing over this wild landscape of cubes. I suppose eventually I would find out where I am because it's all connected. Does any of this look familiar from that brief glimpse of the map that you got in about 2 seconds into this video? I was going to try and make that jump. Yeah, no, I nearly made it. Well, I'll just build another boat. It is the fastest way. I'll just build a boat and encircle this island, and if it's not the same island, then I suppose I'll go back to that portal. Because you can travel faster through the nether. Technically. Although, I mean, it really depends on your skill as a player as well, and how likely you are to be distracted by trivial things. In this open world game, there are a lot of distractions. Unless you set, like missions for yourself. Such as the mission of getting a book and quill. Oh, it's gonna take so long. I've been at this for several days. No, but I did have this idea of getting a book and quill for some time now. It's just to get a book. You see, the thing is, squids don't spawn in it. So, I am looking for old items that I've stored in this game from like way earlier versions of Minecraft that are on the same level, but just really far away. Just trying to circle this land, but not go too far away from it. As you can see, it's just building as I move. I wonder how it, forms. Oh. Well, this is a predicament. I appear to have got myself into a predicament, but you're gonna see me get out of this. I mean, I'm not gonna just be just lost in Minecraft on a boat doing nothing, with the idea of a base in mind. I mean, of course I could just, act normally and build something and mine things, but no, I'm on a boat trying to find where I am, because that's what I'm doing. That's what I've decided to do. I mean, if I was just building things, then I could just as easily say, why am I not on a boat finding out where I am? So, this is the thing I'm doing. I'm on a boat looking for where I am. And obviously I'm here, really looking for where I am not. Which, of course, I will never find. Well, when I do find it, it won't be where I'm not anymore. It'll be where I am. As you can see, it's a predicament. But it's not a serious predicament. I suppose I could just go away from the island. Really far away from the island. But I don't know which direction to go in. That looks like an interesting kind of thing. If I could just turn the boat around, which is very difficult for me for some reason. I just don't know how to turn the boat. It's like obstacle to sailing. Is this a huge cliff? No. I'm gonna get off here, because if there's any sign of something that is man-made, then it's a sign that I am approaching my base. Does that look familiar? It does look familiar. It looks a little bit familiar. I think I remember this. I think I might be on the right island. In which case, the best thing to do is to just take the boat, and of course now the boat is in a predicament. Well, I'll leave the boat there as a further landmark. I could also just build loads of landmarks, but that might confuse me because I'm looking for older landmarks, which I don't necessarily remember. There are things in Minecraft, it's true, I've built that I don't remember building. But the great thing about Minecraft is that they stay there. But then, of course, I remember them because I found them after I'd built them. Things like glass sculptures and very simple things, really. Okay, I'm just trying to find my base, so I'm just going to do that full force. Try not to get lost. How does one do this without changing settings, without changing the field of view, which I like as it is? I can still technically do all of the same things. as if I had like the highest tech computer with no lag and it's like you know, like 20 blocks rendering, like what all the frames per second. I'm still able to do all the same things. I gotta try and figure out where I am though. I've been in this desert for too long. Let's get to the terracotta. Well, there's no point in climbing up because because I can't render anything from that distance, from that height. I mean, I think the lag's kind of cool as well, but that's not why I keep it. I mean, I don't keep the lag. The lag wasn't my decision. The lag is something that was already built into Minecraft. Not deliberately, but it's a side effect of something. It's quite obvious that I'm avoiding breaking blocks. Why is this? Because I'm trying to move as fast as I can, and every time I break a block, it takes time. I think I recognize this place. There should be like one crafting table on this mountain of coarse dirt, if I'm not mistaken. In any case, I'm going to leave a landmark. Need some nether rack right here. And another one. There. And it's beside a tree. It's kind of out of sight as well. Well, maybe I'll put another one here. But why put one random nether rack when you can make some kind of geometrical structure? Okay. Is this where I came from? No. Rats. That's where I went. Alright. This is getting a little bit frustrating now. I really want to find the base where all my stuff is. I left so suddenly. I didn't even take anything. Well, I took the CDs, which I'm supposed to be taking back. Is there no other way of finding out which direction I'm facing? I suppose if I could see the sun, it would rise in the east and set in the west, as would the moon. But I don't think I've enabled those things. I could just enable them, and reason that since I'm at such a large X distance away, but I can't remember which direction X is. No, I can. I think X is... no, I can't. I'm not sure. So, if I don't know whether, X corresponds to north, south, east, or west, I don't think having the sun or moon would make a difference. On the other hand, if I can remember, then it's an option. But it's still kind of like cheating. Right, I'm just going to go back in the water again because I want to make some distance fast. I'll go some distance away from the island, but not too far because I need to be able to see the island in order to circle it. Not too close because it's rendering as I move and the coastline could jag out and I could crash into it, which would slow me down a lot because turning the boat is time consuming. Unless I limit my movements to just turning the boat and don't use the mouse, then I have only one way of, moving, and every change of direction on the screen then corresponds to a movement of the keys, and that gives me a better idea of where the boat's moving in relation to those movements of the keys. Look at this. Beautiful. I don't know what this means in the Minecraft world, of course, like what is this? The Endermen or ceding territory or something? Like the light of the player is entering into the untouched, pristine Minecraft world, illuminating it chunk by chunk. Oh, dead end. This is like a minigame. Follow the coastline. What's that? That is an invisible face of a cube. This is like what it looks like from the other side. There's black where there would be a face, and the black is continuous over all of those faces which can't be seen. I didn't really explain that very well, and I don't really understand it very well, I guess. To explain it better. Back to where I started. Well, maybe I'll go that way. No, okay, there's nothing there. I just went around a big circle. Which gives an idea of how big this lake is. Also, it's a new lake because I didn't see any other landmarks. But just to make doubly sure, I'll leave 2 torches this time. And I'll go to the opposite side of the lake. I don't think I'm accomplishing anything here. If I'm going in the wrong direction, I'm just making things worse. This is the situation. Okay, there's another. think this is another closed area. But if it's anything like the last area... Hey, what's this? Oh, it's just... It's a peculiarly level piece of land. Maybe there's something down there. I don't want to waste this diamond pickaxe. I want to keep this pickaxe. It's a very valuable item. I'd sell it. Make millions. I'll keep it. And I'll take the loot. Is this familiar ground? Boy, oh boy, oh boy. This is getting ridiculous. Ah! Didn't make it. I think I'm starting to slightly give up here. Okay, let's do something meaningful. I'm sick of this wandering around. I've been wandering around for like half an hour and I've gotten nowhere. Or so it seems, but for all I know, I could be like meters away or blocks away. Okay, this is a very wild goose chase. It's not your typical Minecraft video, is it? Usually you turn on Minecraft videos and people know what they are doing. That's for sure. I have no idea what I'm doing. I know exactly what I'm doing, but it does not look like I know what I'm doing. That's the thing. I mean, I know exactly what I'm doing. I know what I'm trying to do. And what I'm doing is pretty erratic. But these are my options. This is the land I'm in. So, this mountain, let's scale it. I think this is really one of the coolest things about Minecraft. These mountain types. It's like one of the coolest things about Earth as well. Climb mountain sides and... I mean, that's it. Just climb mountain sides. That's the Earth. Go for it. Dun, dun, dun. Climb to the top. And here I am again at this place. Is this the same place? Let's find out. Just gotta wait for it to load. Oh no, that's not. That's actually just a big drop. I thought it was just slow loading. Is it the same place? Of course, there are many places in Minecraft where, of course, dirt happens to load on a mountaintop. And this is one such place that is not the same place as the place that I was at a few moments ago, where I left. What? 10 netherrack blocks as a landmark. This is another place, so I'll leave another selection of netherrack blocks as another landmark. If I keep doing this, eventually this is going to be the base. No, it's not. I just left like 4 pillars. That's not a Masterpiece. A masterpiece would take more than that. No, I have a mission and I must fulfill my mission. I must build a book and quill. The only way I know how. Well, I could, like, place a series of wooden signs and let that function as my storybook, but I don't think that's going to... I mean, I don't want to do that. Okay, so I'm not anywhere clear on where I am. What is this? Where am I? I have no idea. This is scary, but it's not scary. It should be scary, but it's not scary, because it's Minecraft. Minecraft isn't scary. Oh, look at this. It's another 3x3 path. It seems to be part of a place. I might as well see if there's treasure here, because I wouldn't say no to a bit of treasure. Well, yes, there was treasure there, but I don't think I'm going to pick it up. I have a mission. I'm trying to fulfill it. Okay, let's just leave the mission for a moment. There's better things to do. I really want the mission to be successful, because it satisfies my ego. For the future as well. But the best thing I can do for the future is to think about something interesting. About Minecraft, possibly. Probably. Definitely. It's a Minecraft video. With this, 30-degree field of view, it's really claustrophobic, right? But manageable. You can find out where you are easily. In relation to your immediate locality, of course. As far as bases are concerned, you need a map, or you need a compass. I can build a compass! Oh, of course, that is how you find north, south, east, and west. How silly of me to have forgotten. If I build a compass, I can find out which direction I would need to go in order to go, for example, south. But I only know things in terms of X, Y, and Z. Interesting, very interesting. What do you do now? I'll make a compass. You make a compass out of what? I make a compass out of iron ingots. 4 of them. And redstone dust. What you do with compass? I place compass on ground and I read my direction. What you do with your direction? I take it. You take it where? I take it back to my base. What you do at base? At base What do I do at base? What's the plan? Okay, I'm gonna go to the base. And I'm going to find out which direction the portal was placed in the nether. Then, if it's the right direction, I'll continue in that direction. If it's not the right direction, I'll discern the right direction from it to the base, where I stored my ingredients for the book and quill. What's this little place? This little cranny in the world of Minecraft. This looks like could be lava. Ah, gold. Ooh, better not risk it. I'm just gonna run away. No. Yes. Dear viewer, who might also just be me in the future, you have seen me move around this precious world, and you've seen some of my precious things, but you have not seen me gather my precious things. It's a lot of mining. Necessary to gather the things. I mean, they don't just fall out of the sky. They could, but they don't. It'd be strange if they did. I think there's lava down there, so jumping down would be dangerous. Of course, there is a way to do that, but I'm not going to risk it. Not going to risk it, no. Ah, yes. This time I'm just going to place a bridge. Ah, more lava. Well, I do have obsidian. Maybe I'll just go straight to the nether. But if you didn't like seeing me wander around aimlessly and completely lost on the overworld, you probably won't like seeing me wander around completely lost and probably rather hopeless in the nether. But maybe I'll just... No. Maybe I'll go into the nether and use the XYZ coordinate function on F3 there. Maybe that's not cheating. Maybe that's in accordance with the principles I've decided to play with. I can't decide. I'm just going to sort of sit here and eat a sandwich. Should I use... Oh yes, now I remember what I was doing. Ah, good food. I'm looking for redstone dust. Diamonds! Wow, what a surprise. What a pleasant surprise. There's bound to be redstone dust down here somewhere. There we go. So when I get this redstone dust, make some ingots, make a compass, and get out of here. I better make those ingots now then, save time. I love that vibe you get when you've been mining for ages and you look in your inventory and it's just full of cobblestone blocks. And, you know, you can just make like 64 furnaces. And of course, in real life, you know, like, you're not gonna make 64 furnaces in your day-to-day life. It's what the game gives you, man. The game gives you options that you just would never find yourself making in real life. Probably. I mean, there are people who probably have built like 54 furnaces, but those people are rather few. And they're probably very, very aware of the fact they're building and preparing to build 54 furnaces or 64 furnaces. And they don't just like look in their pockets one day, run of the mill, and discover, oh yes, I've got all these cobblestone blocks. Well, let's see how many furnaces I can build. Anyway. Oh, definitely not that many. Like 17. Can you place them on top? No, you can't. Better not accidentally walk into lava. Just saying, that would be disastrous. You can just sort of build them around, but I can't build them on top of each other. Oh, there you go. Right, that's enough. A compass. And which way is north? I don't even know what this thing means. Is north this way? Do I want to go north? This compass really doesn't tell me anything. Nothing that I wouldn't be able to discern just by observing the direction in which I go. It just chooses one direction and keeps pointing at it. That's all this compass does. I mean, if I didn't know how to press the F3 button and get all that information, and if I hadn't Googled things, that's all this compass would do. And it's enough. And it's satisfactory. I'm happy that I built it. Now, to get out of here and to try and get back to my base. By heading north. I've just decided that this is north, by the way. The thing about mining this kind of path, which I didn't realize until quite recently, is that it's not 100% safe. You could just mine into lava. And I thought about how best to mine through rock and avoid lava in an upward direction. And of course in the overworld it's safe enough because the lava moves so slow that you can quickly take a cobblestone block or something out of your inventory and block the path ahead of you. But in the nether, the lava moves so fast that it really just gets out there on top of you before you have a chance to even scroll. And so one thing to do would be to occasionally just mine horizontally for a few blocks. And that way, when you see lava, if you just press back, that horizontal region will protect you from the lava because it'll sort of, its level will go down to 0. If you do it right. And of course you can go up and down a block and then up and down a block, and that you could go up like 5 blocks and then down 1 block, and then that little dip will be the well for whatever lava, if the lava is there to go into. But I don't think it's important enough. I suppose you could always just like run away really, really fast. You find like the goal is really 100% security in Minecraft. There's a lot of cool things that you can do. Kind of relies on that security. When that security goes away, I mean, if you just decide to do something in a bit of a risky fashion, and you lose all your stuff. I mean, even if you don't lose all your stuff, not being secure is. It's just a different way of playing. I'm not saying that I have like 100% secure way of playing. I kind of wish I had lots of mobs in this game now. At this stage, I've been playing it for years. And if there was like loads of mobs that I had to protect myself from, then it would give that extra bit of, I'd have to prepare about, going in around a corner, there could be anything over around that corner, and I'd have to protect myself from the unknown. But, I mean, it is possible to protect yourself from the unknown in this game. You have the tools. And it can be as hard as you want it to be. Rather dark in this tunnel, isn't it? Ah, that's so much better. Why is this not working? It's very strange. Is there something wrong with this chunk? Have I disabled some function in settings? I don't think that's it. Maybe if I just like raise the graphics. No. I guess there's some kind of bug, as usual. Not that I'm complaining about it. I mean, it doesn't affect the gameplay one jot. It just looks a bit weird. Dun, 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 out into the open. And I'm back on the Terracotta Hill. Lost. Well, time to continue. North this time. As if this gives me any indication of where my home is, but it might help somehow. Kind of a challenge timing these jumps so that I get over the ledge. Kind of freaky as well. Wow. What a rush. And of course you know if you made it, because if you don't make it, the sprint turns into a jog. And then going down at an angle against blocks is even more sort of dodgy, because I think there's some kind of range of contact that is permissible in a sprint, but not in a jog. But like if you like, I don't know, if you like sprint too close to the wall, you'll turn into a jog. And there's some like, I haven't tested to see like exactly what angle you need to avoid glancing off it at. Yeah, I think if you just barely touch it, it just turns into a jog. Any angle. What can I say of value to my future self? Well, okay, at least check out these skills. Have you still got these skills? And if you don't have these skills, is it because you've got better skills? And if you have got better skills, of course, I can't really ask questions because I won't get a response. And if I do get a response, I can't respond to that response. I can try to predict what response I might get and respond to a range of predictions, hoping that whatever response I give in the future is oblivious to the range of predictions provided. And only until, oh look, a village. Only until that response in the future is made and completed would my future self discover the range of responses provided and select the response that most corresponds to the response that that future self made, and read the response to that response from the past. And that would like work as a kind of a 4-point conversation. I'm going to take all these books if you don't mind, but first I'm going to build an axe. Also, I'm going to build a box. That's right. Okay, then I'm not going to talk to the villagers. This is already a long video. I'm not going to make it drag on. I have a mission. Okay. But I'm not going to say no to a few free books. General Minecraft books. These are interesting books. I mean, you can't read them. And they must just all be empty. But then when you place them beside the obsidian the magic kind of spellbook crafting table thing, which I can make here with an obsidian, with 4 obsidian, 2 diamond, and a book, which I won't do. Yeah, when you surround that with a lot of those books, the books give the obsidian enchanting table power, but presumably those books are empty because you use one of them to make a book and quill. So you're just like putting a lot of empty books around an enchanting table and it gives it power. Huh, is right. What else is in this village? This is not a familiar village to me. Check out the lag, it's cool. So I'm definitely lost. But I'm not lost. This is just new territory. This is like, you know, the experience of exploring new territory on Minecraft. But I'm not trying to do this, I'm trying to get my book and quill. So I need to find my base. And if this is not the right direction, then maybe it's south. But I only chose to go north after having travelled in one particular direction for ages. And I can't remember which direction that was. So, if only there was a way to go back in time and find the path that I took. Oh well. So I'm going to... Oh wait, where am I going? I'm going east. I should just keep going north. And, I mean, the way to properly, scientifically do this would be to just keep going in one direction for longer than I have been going already in whatever directions I have taken. And if it continues to be new ground, then either it's because, I mean, if it continues to slowly load on arrival, which doesn't happen around your base, it's because I'm not around my base, or it's because I'm playing Minecraft on a different laptop. And or maybe other reasons that I'm not aware of. And if it continues to lag, then I can just assume, because I need to act, that it's because I'm going in the direction that is taking me further from my base, and consequently turn around in the opposite direction and go for the same amount of time that I had gone in just there the last time, back in the other direction to where I'd begun with the compass. Turn 90 degrees to the left or to the right and repeat the process. And after repeating it 3 times, I should pass roughly close to where I started from the portal, which at this stage should be a little familiar to me and recognizable. And from there I can build another portal and take myself back to the base if I want, but that's not what I want to do. I want to, from that place, find my base. But you see, this suspicion that it would be easier to find my base from the portal location than from where I am now, because I am totally lost right now. But at least the portal location is a specific location that has significance in the game, so it's okay for me to start using it as a reference point. After all, that is how the original base began. It was just a random location in Minecraft that became a reference point through frequent reference. I'm not at any particular reference point now because all this is new. And I'm going west. I should keep going north. Well, I have been going north now. I suppose the idea would be to go in circles, to spiral out from wherever it is you are until you hit a landmark. Then you know where you are and you're done. But if you keep spiraling out, and if it's a regular enough spiral, you will cover all the ground, but you'll, more importantly, not repeat over any ground. And you will reach any distance away from where you started. Undoubtedly, the right location would be passed. There are familiar little crannies and nooks, but I don't think I'm in the same place twice here. This is not the kind of video I expected to make, but, well, this is just what happens. This is what happens when you make a decision early on and stick to it. I'm going south. This just happened. Well, now I'm just going to continue going south. Which is what I should be doing anyway. But I doubt I'll find where I started. Because I took a few east and west trips too. What's this? A block that has been removed? I must have been here before. 2 blocks. Well, this is unusual. That's like some kind of significant thing. I think I should go up there. This could be where I left that little landmark. I hope it is. Finding a landmark for the second time in this game, it kind of makes me want to leave more landmarks. Whoop. Heavy lag going on here. Observe the very slow frame rate. What is this, like 3 or 4 frames per second? 3 frames? We'll just walk into it. It's probably not an actual cliff. It's just trees and grass. I don't think this is where I left the landmark. This is just another elevated coarse dirt forest. Still bearing south. But first, to leave a landmark. I call them landmarks, but they're really just like blocks. Whoa, look at this. All these trees. Vanishing in the mist. Whoa, cliff. Whoa, flying down faster than a rubber tire. Splish, splash. Just check my compass for a second. Oh, I'm heading east. Or, yeah. This is not the right direction. So I think the approach that I'm making to these videos now is minimalism. I'm literally going to just do the minimum amount of things that I need to do with the mouse and keyboard. Why? Because it's too distracting. When you're looking at other Minecraft videos and they're just describing the introduction in itself is too long for a lot of these videos, and they're just people. I mean, they're great and all, but they're saying things that I don't need to know ever. Like, I mean, you're playing Minecraft and it's like a world of cubes that is just so complex with all of the random, like the computer makes the blocks like just like look at how they're arranged. Like it's definitely not pieced together block by block by artists. It's just a computer generated thing, but it's still there's such randomness in it. Like look at how random it is. It's quite random. It's not that random, but it's pretty random. And your challenge is to, is to move through it. It's pretty cool. I'm gonna climb this. I'm gonna climb this. But the introductions are often quite long. So I'm gonna try and just not do that. But I want to try and be minimalist. So how am I gonna climb this? Without breaking a block. Can it be done? I suppose I can jump from a block like that block to that block. So I'm going to try that. Oh, well, I made it. Oh, didn't make that one. And so I've reached the end of my journey here. Let's go back. Perhaps if I get to that one. Yes, that's the one I didn't get. I got to it. I didn't get to it. No, I got to it, and then I fell. not. It's a rather difficult jump. I guess the only way I can get there is through this one. Or is it? Can I get there? Can I make this jump? Maybe. I don't know. What is it? It's 1, 2, and so it's like a knight's jump, but with the smaller area and raised 1 block. Yes! I made it! That would be a good skill anyway, be able to climb mountains. If I put this on YouTube, it would be the longest YouTube video I'd ever put up. All my other videos are about like between 10 seconds and 5 minutes long. Going south. Let's remember to go south. Mesmerizing game, this. I mean, what mesmerizing world, this Minecraft world. This, wait, how self-referential is this description of what I'm doing? It's just like, I'm just like describing it as Minecraft, which is exactly the kind of thing that I would complain about on other Minecraft videos. They're so conscious of the fact that it's a game, which kind of takes from the imaginative experience. I mean, why don't I just talk as a character in the Minecraft world, about the Minecraft world only? Like instead of referencing YouTube, like what is YouTube? Like if you walk up to a villager in this game, the villagers aren't going to be like, "Hi YouTube, yes, I checked out your videos, they're amazing." But you could definitely put more videos out more frequently because we all like more regular videos. No, they would not be like that. They would be like, "You give me wool," and I would have to give them wool if I wanted to be a part of their society, which would be strict, and they would all be working really hard not to die. But there are no mobs in this level, not visible, and not around here anyway. So they don't have to protect themselves for anything. And the same goes for me as well. It's really my own actions that I must be protect myself from, because I mean that's the only thing that can do my character harm. There's no mobs to harm me, unless I'm near a spawner. Is this the same landmark? Ah, it's the older landmark. Well, this is a treat. Wait. Is this right? Yes. So I left this landmark here a while ago. And where was I before that? Have I any idea? Well, in any case, here I am. So the second time at a landmark is significant. It means that it's a bigger base. Because, quite frankly, finding it means more. Means I'm connected to 2 paths. So I'm going to build more here. and be more conscious of its location. I've only got 5 more netherrack as well, so I think this is a good place to stop the video. But it's a terrible place to stop the video. I'm not going to stop now. I'm trying to make a book and quill. Maybe I'll even get it. It's possible in 1 hour to get this book and quill. Of course it's possible. But how am I going to find out where I am? Ooh, it's so exciting. Better eat some bread. Okay. It's new strategy. My goal is to get this book and quill, so at this stage now, I'm just going to try and do this. If I build an obsidian portal, it could take me to a familiar region in the nether. If not, then it's only 2 minutes really wasted, so it's not that big a deal. But it's worth the risk. Since otherwise it might just be like the last 2 hours of randomly wandering around. So let's go. Let's try and find where I am. I should have put a signpost, but there's no point putting a signpost up because I don't know my location. I don't know why I thought this would be a good idea. I might as well mine some of this. Alright, so here's the choice. I could take this thing apart, wander in some direction, maybe 200 or 300 blocks, plant it again, take it to the overworld and see where I wind up. There's if in the overworld the portal is situated like a long distance, maybe 2,000 blocks away from the base in one of the north, south, east or west directions, then I've got a 25% chance of hitting the mark. On the other hand, if I'm wrong, it's going to be, with a 50% chance, twice as difficult to find my base, and you can correct me on that, future self. On the other hand, what I'm doing is just traveling from here ,200 blocks or so, and of course the compass doesn't work which is a shame because if it did work, it would be convenient. But it's not necessary, remember? So let's not worry about that. Just got to remember which direction I would have been facing in. So that's the direction that I came from. I better leave some kind of sign. 3 torches should be enough. Okay, and remember how many degrees I'm turning. 90, 180. I'm going to start going in this direction for 100 blocks or so, and if I don't find my nether base, then I'm turning back. At least I'll have information and I won't have lost anything. Seems I'm out of materials. Of course, because I didn't do much mining. Alright, I'm in the middle of nowhere. I'm nowhere near the other side of this. Oh wow, look at that. The great thing about the mist is it actually adds a level of depth to everything. That, like, if I was able to see everything immediately, then I would just narrow down the range of things that I would have to do to discern my location, which is part of the fun of what I'm doing. Anyway, I'm kind of sick of the nether, so I'm going to go back up to the overworld. And try again. No! Wait! I should take the portal and just put it somewhere else. No, wait. What have I decided? Am I doing this? No. I'm not going to take that risk. So I'm not taking the 25% risk. I'm going to try and find my portal that I built. Or maybe I'll just leave that there. Oh, decisions. Maybe I'll do none of those things and just wander off aimlessly in one direction for no particular reason. And completely forget about my base. Completely forget about my mission to make the book and quill. And just play Minecraft as though I just started playing all of a sudden right now. Which is kind of hard for me to do. But not impossible. So, boom. I'm starting Minecraft again. Here I am, someplace. I don't need to know anything about anything. Just that I'm here and that I've got all of these tools. So let's make something. In this desert, I'd rather make something in a forest. I'm just going to go in one direction for ages until I leave the desert. You see, it's all about location. But I might as well head south. Okay, I can't let go of my mission. What a bizarre mission. How am I supposed to know where I am? I should count. I should count my travel. There's a cave. Roughly here. Maybe if I leave signs around or something. There's a lake. I can't hold all this information in memory. I must leave some landmarks. Or maybe this is just a nice enough place to build something. I really want to get back to my base. But my base is just meaningful to me. It's not meaningful to any random viewer. Any random viewer. Pleasure to meet you. This is Shane. But you can call me any random YouTuber. But you can't, because I don't make YouTube videos very regularly. This is just like a once-off thing. There must be different styles of climbing mountains in Minecraft. Like the old bunny hop, where you just hold down one direction arrow key and then hold down the spacebar so that you're constantly jumping. And if you climb up the mountain that way, you could call it the bunny hop. And then you could do the one where you make those awkward L-shaped, partially obscure landing block jumps. You could call it the parkour. No, you wouldn't call it the parkour. You call it the night's leap or something. This isn't the night's leap. This is like the oh no, fell. That would be the. This is no. That's not the night's leap either. Where is an example? Oh, what's this? This is like. Which is easier? Well, not here. This would be the easier jump. Oh, I don't think I've mentioned this jump before. Oh, nearly. Oh, such hard jumps to make. What kind of jump is this? This is the night's leap. Can it be done? No. Ah, fell. Oh well, I might as well just jump in the water now. Whee! I might as well just jump in the water. It kind of reminds me of jumping in water, which is nice. Future me, have you jumped in the water recently? I suggest you do. Which way is this boat facing? Ah. Okay, I'm just going in one direction because I sort of decided to do that. Where am I going? What? Ah, I'm going forward, but it actually kind of looks like I'm going in another direction because of the phase shift. No, not the phase shift, but yes, kind of the phase shift. All these blocks are repeating, but there's also a frame rate, and the frame rate kind of makes it look like I'm moving to the left. Or, well, yeah, I'm definitely going forward. It's not raining, is it? No. I don't know why I thought talking would make this video more interesting. It's probably making it more boring. But I don't think anyone's really listening, are they? The only person who would find this immensely fascinating is myself. In which case, why don't I say something more useful? Rather than just jumping off grammatical patterns. Or not patterns. What would the erratic constructions in grammar from which one leaps to an odd rarity be called when referred to? Grammatical crossroads? No. Verbiage piles. I'm just making stuff up now. At some point you might see me cave in and press the F3 button, find out my location, immediately head back to my base, forget about this mission, and just focus on the main mission, which is getting the book and quill, and use the F3 key to find which direction I'm to take in the nether to build a portal to take me back to the base, to get the ingredients to build the book and quill, to start writing. I may just do that. But if I keep going in one direction for ages, I'm bound to hit land, and I'm bound to find a nice place to build a little something. I mean, I don't even have to make a book and quill. It's just something that I wanted to do, is all. Screw it, I'm going to do this. Because you don't have the time. So I'm going to do this, and you're going to see me do it. It's going to take... let's see, how long is it going to take to do it? It's probably going to take about 25 minutes. Starting from as soon as I press the F3 key. Because once I press the F3 key and have the location of my coordinates, I can immediately begin. But I can't do it until I know where I am. Unless it happens by chance. Which could take anything from 10 minutes to 5 hours. So, I mean, it's a kind of exciting. I don't know, maybe I want to do that. Maybe I want it to be like, just down to chance. Which direction I'm going. Where am I going? I don't know, but I might find where I'm. It's not like real life though. In real life you can walk down the street. Oh, here we go. Land. Alright. Oh, this is a lovely green pasture. It's a delightful little tree. Oh, what a pleasant place. I think I'll build a little house here. I hope it's like a little small island. Is it? Yes, it is! Oh, it's just a little wonderful, idyllic island in the middle of the ocean. A perfect place to just settle down and reminisce. But is it an island? There's that little chunk there in the corner that didn't load. Yes. Yes, it's an island. Oh, wait, no, is it? Yes, okay. Well, we don't have that much wood, but there is enough materials from this vantage point to create an empire. I'm just going to make a little hut. I don't even have wool. Can't make a bed. Where am I going to put the house? By the beach. Oh, don't mind me. I'm just dropping massive meter by meter by meter blocks on the ground. Obviously. So this is the official way to build a house in Minecraft. You can start with the walls. Of course there are lots of ways. And I ran out of blocks. Must be a bit more sparing now. I suppose the practical thing to do, if I'm planning ahead, would be to chop down that tree and harvest the saplings, start a little forest. I'm going to have to dig to get some cobblestone blocks to make a furnace. To cook some iron ore. To make a pickaxe. Well, I don't necessarily need to make a pickaxe. I just want a furnace because it makes a place look more homely. Also, the cobblestone might work as a roof. And I'll need the furnace to make glass. Don't know what to do with this obsidian. Let's plant these saplings. There's really no need to build a house because there's no mobs. But I just like building houses, I suppose. I think I've enough here to just complete the house. It doesn't need to be fancy. All the windows should have covers, but there's no need for any more. Just get up on the wall here. Get that extra block. Slightly inefficiently placed. What am I going to do for a carpet? It's a pity you don't have traveling villagers. That would be cool. Got some more cobblestone, maybe I'll use this. Let's see, there's cobblestone at the door. Can I get away with this? In retrospect, it'll be obvious what I'm doing because I'll know what I have done. But right now, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm at this unique position of being able to choose what I do, which is great. I wouldn't have it any other way. Well, there you have it. There's a house. Now, for the floor, what am I putting down? I'm going to put down loads of glowstone. Actually, I think I'll put down loads of glowstone torches. Or lamps. Which is a total waste of the lamps, but it makes the house look good. It's all about style, man. Of course, I don't really need to put them there, do I? Don't need to put... Oh no, I'm out of glowstone. Well, I guess I'll just use these. Ah yes, that lights the place up. Like a carpet. Okay. Wait, if this is for the future, I don't want my future self to hear me talk like this. This kind of boring stuff. Also, if there's other people listening who I don't know, shouldn't I try to impress them with something more interesting than just me talking to myself? But it's not talking to myself because it's talking to other people. But it's talking to myself. Nonetheless, it is talking to myself, technically. Without all those other things, it's just talking to myself. But it's not. I'm going to listen to some music now. If one of these trees is grown, I can make a jukebox out of the wood, but I don't... Oh, I can use bone meal. But I think you need light for the trees to grow. This is what it's all about. Having a little hut out in the middle of nowhere. Just dilly-dallying around with your small quantities of materials, with your limited supply, and with your decision to stay. And your music. Oops. No mobs. No book and quill. I gotta get a book and quill. I don't need this compass. Well, maybe I need the compass. I think due to YouTube video length restrictions that I won't be able to actually put this video up in entirety. It'll probably have to be fragmented into sections. This would be the development stage of my endeavors. Building a small, humble abode, middle of nowhere, halfway through trying to find a book and quill. I've got all these books here, but I just can't read them because they're all blank. They were made by blank books. So there's just all these bookcases with blank books. I think I'm going to call it a night. I hope you enjoyed the show. It was just as fun for me, I'm sure. And I hope to see you all again the next time. So until then, take care. I'll see you later. Goodbye. No, don't be silly. If there's anybody listening, watching, yeah, that was Minecraft. I'm sorry I didn't actually achieve any of the things that I was describing myself as trying to achieve, but I did manage to do a few other things. You saw me climb along the side of a mountain. I went into the nether. I got lost. I got lost again. I continued to be lost, and I'm still lost. But it doesn't feel like I'm lost now because I've just built a little place for myself. What else did I do, really? Well, that's it. Okay, bye. No, wait. This has been a video mostly just for myself in the future. So until next time, I guess. That's it.